Alright, so we learned how to download, install the simulator. Very important lab in networking field. Doing hands-on lab is very important. Learning concepts is very important, first thing, and then going and testing it is what you need hands-on lab. So both are equally important. Not like theory has got less weightage and practical has got more weightage. If you don't know what to go and do in the lab, then there is no use of that lab, right? Both are important in networking field. You have to learn and you have to practice. You need to have hands-on. You need to have good, strong foundation. For that, you come to class, you learn, ask question, again you learn. That's very important. Now, to give computers the IP address, initially it will be like this. When you click on this computer, it will be like this. Then you click on this desktop, you go here, put the IP address. Later, whatever the address that you give on router, that will become the gateway. That will come back and give it. And to verify, don't close this one, just close the small x, then click on command prompt. When you type ipconfig, you will be able to verify what you have given is there or not. Next, on the switch, you don't need to configure anything. When we learn switching, I'll tell you what to configure. By default, all the switch ports are working fine, functional. They don't need any IP address, so don't worry about it. Go to the router. Don't do it now, just follow me, later you may do. When you click on the router, you get something like this. It shows the physical appearance. This is how physically the router will look like. The back portion of the router is what more important. That's where we have the power on switch, the power cable, the console cable, and then the data Ethernet port cable, ports, and so on. Console ports and Ethernet ports. See, the console port is only for management, whereas this Ethernet port is for the data to pass through. This one which you see G000, it is not a console port. It is for data to flow. If you ping from this PC, it goes to the router using this port G000, not the console. When do we use this console port? This console port is needed when you are working with a real device in order to get the command line interface. That is what we call the CLI, command line interface. In order to see this is what you say now, I'm seeing a router. What do we see? We see a router. This is router. This is the router's operating system. I see router. But how did I come here? Just by clicking. In the real device, can you get it by clicking? No. The real device, that will be a metal box. If I hit on it, nothing will come. Only my fingers will pain. So how to get the command line of the router? Through a console port. We have a console port here. That port can show you the operating system that is running inside without any IP address. You can talk to the router through the console port without any IP address. Whereas to talk to the router via this port, the data port, IP address is mandatory. Not only that, these ports are shut down by default. That's why it is red in color. It is down by default. You need to go inside to bring it up. To go inside, you need the help of console port. Without console port, you can't configure this port. In order to go inside the router without an IP address, this port, console port, is used. So let me show you how it is in the real world. We have a router and there is a console port. Console port will always have a blue label written in blue label console. Let me also show you in Google. the real picture of the real router. Cisco router ports, something like that. Now, okay. Now, if you zoom in, oh no, it is not clear. This blue label is the console port. I want to take from some other website. This is not that clear. Oh, here we got open image in new tab. Okay, but I want more clear. Not enough. I want a complete full router, fully visible. Console port is just clear. I think this is better. I have to open the web page. Okay. Not still that clear, but you can see that blue one, console. Okay, the other one is fast Ethernet, 0102, something. This is how a router looks like. Now we need to connect to this port, exactly to this port, a console cable. It has got there is a special cable. I will show you that console cable. This is how a console cable will look like. Now, it has got two endpoints. This is what goes on the console port, which I just showed. This one goes on your laptop or your desktop or the server, which you are using to get into the router. See, in my older laptop, I have this port called D9 COM connector, communication port. D9. If you don't have that, then you can buy one with USB. Look at this. This is USB. This is with the D9 and this is with USB. So you can connect to USB port on your PC. Any one you can buy USB port stuff, or depending on your device. If your device have got that COM port, the D9 connector, then you can use that. If not, you can use the one with the USB port. Okay, USB plug. Now, after that, what we do, after we connect, you on the router. When you on the router, after you on the router, you use a tool called PuTTY, P-U-T-T-Y. You see, I have PuTTY here. No, don't search the web. I have it already. PuTTY. Oh no, why are you going there when I already have it here? Okay, here, if you go here, you can find PuTTY. Let me get it for you. This is the one. So usually this putty will be there on the desktop in my old computers. I download putty and install it. But in this laptop, I have with Sun Solar Super Putty. So never mind about that. As of now, what you need to do is you need a computer, you need a router, and this computer and router is connected via a special cable called console cable. On the computer side, you use a D9 COM port or a USB port. On the router side, you use the console port to connect, and then click on this serial. When you click on the serial, you will see this COM port 1 speed 900, and when you say open, you will be able to see exactly same like this. Exactly same like this. Okay? Any questions so far? I just showed you how to access a router in the real world. Okay. Now I just turned on, but I'm seeing lot of things here which I have not done any configuration, but I see lot of things here. What is these things? This is the booting process. So when we turn on the router, there's a power button, right? When you turn on the router, what happens is the control goes to a location called flash. Flash is a memory type. Flash card you used to say, no? A storage. This is where the operating system in dot, which is an image format, operating system in dot bin. Let me show you. I go here, I click on this. I want to show you the operating system which just got uploaded, used for booting. You see, this is the operating system. You see the file extension. Okay, go top. You see the file extension .bin. All operating systems will be .bin, or .dat is also there in some high-end device. Bin is what you need to know now. .bin. And this is the name of the operating system, and this is the version of it. And from where this is loaded, it is loaded from a location called flash. Loaded from flash. Let me show you down here. You see, boot flash memory. This is the size of that memory. From that location, that operating system got loaded. I can also show you the file itself by typing show flash. I'm not expecting you to memorize the command anywhere, and this command is too early for you. I want to show you the file. That's why I'm coming here. Don't think that why he's typing something big. I'll take you step by step. You see the operating system here. .bin file. Inside the flash location, these are the default files, in which the important file here is the operating system, which has consumed a lot of space. The total space is this, and consumed space is this, available is this. So flash is the place from where the operating system will be copied. The operating system is in an image format, meaning single file. But do you think operating system is a single file? No. You go to your computer system file and see, you will have thousands of files. This Windows system file, if you go, it's thousands of files. right? Thousands of files, what makes the Windows. Same way, Linux, right? All just it's, but it is copied just from one file. Windows operating system, you just copy one image from the CD and it got extracted to these many folders. And then you see there is a folder called systems, 32, and you got lots of files. But inside the CD you won't find these files. When you buy Windows and see, it will be one file. Or if you are downloading Windows from the internet, you will see only one file. Copy that and install, then it becomes thousands of files that is necessary to become a Windows computer. Likewise, Cisco's operating system is only one file, .bin, image. So when you start, that file is copied, not used. It is simply copied, which means a duplication happens to the file. The original file will not be disturbed. The original operating system remains inside the flash. The original file remains in the flash. And a copy is made. The copy gets decompressed. That is what you saw here. If you go up there, you see, decompression happens. That image got extracted. Yeah. Now, who is doing all this thing? A small operating system called Bootstrap. So system Bootstrap, it's a small tiny operating system that goes to the flash, takes a copy of the image, the operating system image, decompresses it into multiple files, and you start seeing this thing as it is getting loaded to a location called DRAM. You see, DRAM, you will see dynamic RAM. This is flash, this is the DRAM, physical memory, DRAM. And there is another RAM called NVRAM, non-volatile. So there are three different memories you see here. One is non-volatile memory, other one is DRAM, physical memory, the other one is flash memory. So now let's go back to the picture here. There is NVRAM, non-volatile RAM, and there is DRAM. See, whatever is loaded in this DRAM is what comes on the screen. Whatever is loaded in the DRAM is what comes in the screen. That's what you saw here. These are all from, oh no, these are all from DRAM. If I type something, where it goes, it is in DRAM. It is not saved to any location. It is a temporary location. Whatever we configure, till you save, no, it is temporarily kept in this DRAM only. But when you save, what happens? A copy from DRAM is moved into NVRAM because this is non-volatile. DRAM is volatile. When you off the router, all the configuration goes off. So before you go off the router, you need to copy it to NVRAM so that all your configurations will be available for your next day. Otherwise, you have to do it every day. Everything again and again. So you have an NVRAM where all our configurations are saved. You have flash where the operating system is kept, but the operating system never get altered. Only the image is copied and decompressed and loaded into DRAM. First time you will see only the basic skeleton of the operating system because no configuration in it. You do the configuration and then you save it to the NVRAM so that next day when you on it, it loads the operating system, it loads the configuration and then comes here. So that next day when you see, you will see operating system along with the changes that you made yesterday. So every time you do the changes are temporarily maintained in DRAM. And when you say save, it gets saved to NVRAM. But there is no command called save. We have a command called copy run start. I'm going to explain you those things in next class. And also we have another command called write to memory. That only will save. Let me quickly show you that. I'm not expecting you to do those things today. I'm going to give host name. You see, the default name is router. I'm changing the name as RA. You see, the name is changed. But if I don't save it, see, I'm not going to save. I forgot to save. I off it. So the device is offed. And I on it now. Device loads, and again it will come with the default router name. There won't be RA because I did not save configuration. Okay, so whenever you see this question, no, it won't come actually every time. Whenever you see this, it means that router is blank. You see, the name is not appearing as RA. Now what I'm going to do this time is, I'm going to put the same name, but this time I'm going to save. WR means saving, write to memory. Now if I off it, you see it's off. And now I on it again. This time you will see the name and that question won't come. I'll be explaining you those things in our next class. Why that question comes. It means what? The device is blank. But this time it is not blank. We have put some configuration and we have saved it. So this time the question won't come. You see, it's not asking that question, would you like to do basic management configuration dialog. And when I hit enter, you will see RA, you see. Now, what I have explained so far is we have 3 locations, one for operating system called flash, another for the saved configuration called NVRAM, non-volatile RAM, the other one for the temporary buffer kind of location to maintain all that we configure till we save, called a DRAM. Do you have any question on what we covered today? All right then.